Does anyone else feel like we're not talking enough about the Denver Nuggets' potential to repeat as NBA champions? Because I think a lot of times what we do when talking about the NBA title conversation for the upcoming year is we always like to talk about the new thing, the shiny new thing. We're always infatuated by that. So if you look at the NBA landscape, that's Phoenix, adding Bradley Beal and also getting Kevin Durant for an entire season. It's Milwaukee adding Damian Lillard. Now it's Boston adding Drew Holiday. And then, of course, you can't talk about the title conversation without talking about the teams that employ LeBron James and Steph Curry. And so all of a sudden you're making this giant list of teams, and then it's like, oh, wait, yeah, the Denver Nuggets, they exist. They're an NBA team. They're not only an NBA team, actually, they are the defending champions. And I don't feel like enough people are talking about that. And I think part of it is because they didn't do anything splashy in the offseason. I don't think they got noticeably better, at least externally, in the way those other teams did. I think, in fact, you can make a very solid argument that by losing Bruce Brown, they actually got worse. But I don't know. I just think about this team, and for starters, they have no worse than the second best player in the NBA, and so that's always going to give you a chance at the title. I don't think we talk enough about chemistry and how much that matters for teams trying to compete for a championship. And I think we saw last year Denver just had such great chemistry, especially when your core guys have been playing together for so long and they've had the same coach for so long, and I think that matters, and I think that's going to give them a huge leg up over teams like Phoenix, like Boston, like Milwaukee, teams who are going to, be trying to piece together these giant new additions on the fly, literally right before training camp. So having that cohesion and just knowing who you are as a team, I think is going to matter greatly. And I'm also very big on the confidence a team gets from winning a championship and how that manifests in the coming season. I think there's something so mentally and emotionally freeing about winning an NBA championship. And go ask any basketball player, go ask any athlete. The freer you feel, the better you play. It's not even any debate. I remember we saw it with LeBron in 2013 after he won his first championship. We saw it with Steph in 2016 after he won his first championship. Hell, I think we even saw it with the Toronto Raptors in 2020, who even after losing Kawhi and Danny Green, they still played insanely well. Just because I think when you win a championship, there's so much validation for what you do. So just like everyone knows what to do. Everyone has the utmost confidence. No doubts. The chemistry is off the charts. You play with a certain incredible amounts of freedom. And I think that's going to be the Denver Nuggets. And so you piece all those things together. Why are they not in the heart of that discussion? I think in the way they should be. Again, they didn't do anything special in the offseason, but you could argue they didn't have to because of all those advantages they have that helped them win the championship last year. Maybe it just comes down to, hey, we need to talk about the new, fresh storylines. Like everyone sort of knows Denver's in that conversation. I just want them to be talked about more because they deserve it. Because they're so good, they're so well-balanced, so talented. Everyone likes each other. All the pieces just fit so well. It's such a beautifully constructed championship puzzle. And I think that, we often get lost in the whole, like, well, you need as much talent as possible. And yeah, that's true, but, like, I think Denver is the ultimate example of you need talent, but you also need the right talent and the right pieces and the right fits. And that's what they are. And that's why they're so awesome. And that's why I could totally see them repeating as NBA champions this year.